Standing committees are held as part of the council meeting process in order for committees to consider reports prepared by council officers and to make recommendations regarding these reports to the monthly council meeting. Council's delegates to the policy and resource policy in general are Mayor Kennedy, Deputy Mayor Hickey, Councillor Orgate, Chairperson, Councillor Bolland, Councillor Brown and Councillor Jewett. Statement of ethical obligations. All councillors undertook an oath or affirmation at the beginning of their term of office and declared to undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interest of the people of the Broken Hill local government area and the city of Broken Hill, and that they will faithfully, impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in them under the Local Government Act 1993 or any other act to the best of their ability and judgment. Live streaming of and recording of meetings. This committee meeting is being live streamed via YouTube and recorded and published online via Council's website. To those present in the meeting today, by attending in this public meeting, you are consenting to your image, voice and comments being recorded and published. The chairperson and or the general manager have the authority to pause the live stream if comments or debate are considered defamatory or otherwise inappropriate for publishing. Participants are advised that they may be subject to legal action if they engage in unlawful behaviour or commentary. Item 2 on the agenda is the apologies, and there is an apology for Deputy Mayor Hickey. Are there any further apologies?
Councillor Jewett is an apology.
Councillor Jewett. Can we have a mover for Deputy Mayor Hickey and Councillor Jewett? Move. Mayor Kennedy, seconded. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Leave of absence applications, there are none. I'll call on Mayor Kennedy to give to present the prayer.
Almighty God, we ask you to invoke your blessing upon this council, direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement and true welfare of the people of the council area, our state and Australia. Amen.
Thank you, Mayor Kennedy. I call on Councillor Brown to deliver the acknowledgement of the country.
We acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet today, the land of the Wilyakalli people, and pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging.
Thank you. I call on Councillor Bolland to deliver the acknowledgement of Broken Hill's mining history.
We take time to reflect, remember and honour the over 800 miners that lost their life and those who were crippled or maimed on the line of load. We thank the brave miners and their wives who were part of the 1919 to 1920 strike that lasted over 500 days and delivered a 35-hour working week. Mining is our past and future.
Thank you, Councillor Bolland. Item 7, minutes for confirmation that the minutes of the Policy and General Committee meeting held Wednesday the 22nd of May 2024 be confirmed. Can we have a mover?
Move that way.
Move, Councillor Bolland. Seconded. Councillor Mayor Kennedy. All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Call for disclosures of interest. Are there any disclosures of interest? No disclosure of interest. Thank you. Reports. Item 1, Broken Hill City Council Report number 87/24, dated June the 7th, 2024. September and October ordinary council meetings on page 10.
I'll move that.
Move Councillor Kennedy. Seconded. Councillor Boland. Speak to it, Councillor Kennedy.
Oh, yeah, look, it's just something that has to be done considering they don't believe, well, it's unlikely that the new council will be put in before the 30th of September, so we really need to do that.
Not much alternative.
No.
All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 2. Broken Hill City Council Report number 88/24 dated May the 28th, 2024. The minutes of the Audit, Risk and Improvement Committee meeting. Do we have a mover for this?
I'll move it.
Mayor Kennedy. Seconded,
Second it.
Councillor Boland. Speak to it.
Oh, yeah, just reading through the minutes, it was good to see that the chairman of the Audit Risk Committee welcomes councillors as observers and understands the importance of councillors being there.
Further speakers, further comment? All those in favour? Carried. Item 3. Broken Hill City Council Report number 89/24 dated May the 6th, 2024. Draft Customer Service Framework. Can we have a mover?
Move that way.
Move, Councillor Boland. Seconder,
Second.
Councillor Brown.
Oh, good. No, I thought you weren't interested in mentioning any there, Marion.
Speakers,
Just a question really. One of the things that I've heard, I suppose one of the questions or complaints that I've heard most often over the years is that people, make an approach to council about some matter, either it's a complaint or something, and they don't hear anything back. They don't know what's happening. And this may show that I haven't read this as closely as I should, but just reading even in that first section there, the charter is that, customers, just looking at the right terminology, will be told in a timely way. Is that actually what happens, and will that happen with this? But it just seems to me that, it should just be an automatic process. We acknowledge your question or whatever, and, we hope to get a response. So whether people forget that they received something, I don't know, but I've heard it so consistently, I do wonder.
I'll refer that to the General Manager.
Thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair, Councillor Brown. Yes, so we run two systems. One is an automatic response system. So any queries that come through either via our social media platforms or email or online, they do get that automatic response just to say that we've received your complaint or received your query and we'll get back to you. And then when it is action to a council officer, they will respond again if required. If it is something that does require feedback, as in it's a service that needs to be added, or it's complained about our footpath at the front of their premise or anything like that, they are put through the customer request management system, given a CRM number, and they do have communication with a council officer. But if it is slipping through the cracks, we'll try and tidy it up as best as possible. And it does slip through from time to time. We do receive information that we haven't responded, but we do try and follow it up as quickly as possible. Just further to that, the online portal that is up and running at the moment will, once it's tied into our corporate system, being Civica completely, residents will be able to actually track the CRMs themselves and be able to see where things are happening. They'll get a picture back. So if they've asked for a footpath to be repaired, or they've put in that there's a pothole in the road, they'll actually get a picture back from our asset inspector to say pothole's fixed, then it'll be automatic process. That's happening at the moment. But if somebody puts in a complaint to say that there's a pothole in William Street, we'll flag it and we'll fix it, but we won't get back to that person. But this will actually give us that ability to be able to send it back to them, just to make it a bit more efficient. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Can I
Councillor Brown?
just to have a sort of follow-up question about the community portal? Is it fully operational yet? And do enough people know about it? Is it being used, extensively by lots of people? Again, when I mention it, a lot of people don't seem to be aware that it's there.
Mr. General Manager?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It is operational. It's not fully integrated to the point where you can track your own CRMs, but you can lodge them. You can put in your requests. You can put them in, and you can also ask for extra bin services. So it's all operational in that facet. It's not live to the point where you can actually see the progress of your CRMs. The uptake of it's not as fast as what we would have expected. We've advertised it a number of times. It's been in our community newsletter as well, which goes out to everybody, but we're not getting the uptake that we would have liked. People still like to have that personal contact on the telephone, which eventually we can get the positivity side of it out there. Hopefully, we'll be able to attract more people to it. Thanks, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Any further comment or questions?
With those things, they do take a while before they become the new way people do things, because as Councillor Brown said, a lot of people are sort of half aware of it, but don't really know enough about it to be confident enough to use it. So it's more about as people gain confidence in using it and then realising, oh, hang on, I don't have to wait for a phone call. I can actually just go, even though it's not at that stage yet. Once people understand that, they can go have a look, see where it is at. It'll work really well, but people take a long time to go to that. It's not that they might not necessarily be aware of it. They're not aware of it enough to be confident in using it. That's where you've got to take the next step, where really as people learn to use it, more people learn to use it. But it's I suppose you consider it like online shopping. People were terrified of it, and some people used it, then more people used it. So it's one of those things that once people do use it and they see that it works, it'll happen. So I do think people know about it, but I don't think they know about it well enough to have the confidence to use.
Thank you. Any further speakers? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 4, Broken Hill City Council report number 90/24 dated June the 7th, 2024. Investment report for May 2024.
Move that way.
Councillor Boland. Seconder. Councillor Brown. Speak to it. Councillor Boland.
I'm all good, thank you, Mr. Chair. It's all written there. I'll save further discussion for the ordinary meeting.
Very good. Further speakers or questions? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 5, Broken Hill City Council report number 91/24 dated June the 11th, 2024. Request for funding towards the construction of the Dr. Julia Zanar Accommodation Centre for patients of the Mildura Health Icon Cancer Centre.
I'll move the recommendation at number 4 that council donate $10,000 towards it.
Okay, a seconder for that.
Second that way.
I do add that donation to it simply because a lot of people in Broken Hill are actually taking on the Mildura insurance. Mildura is a really accessible place for people to go down for treatment. The $10,000, even though in the scheme of that project seems small, just the fact that a city outside of Mildura is donating towards that gives them a lot of credibility when it asks for other money, when they put there that Broken Hill Council also donated money, even though they're 330 odd kilometres away. And I think it also makes it them more acknowledging of Broken Hill people in general. They do a lot of treatment there for Broken Hill people, and for the Broken Hill Council to acknowledge that, I think, is very important.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Further comment? All those in favour? Carried unanimously. Item 10, there are no confidential matters. Item 11, close the meeting.